are upon us, and more than carefully thus concerned to answer royally in our defences. Therefore, the Dukes of Berry and of Bretagne, of Brabant and Orleans shall go forth, and you, Prince Dauphin, shall make swift haste and line anew repair our towns of war with men of courage and means diffident.
My most redoubted father, it is most meet we arm us against the foe, and let us do it with no show of fear. For good my liege, she is so idly kinged, her scepter so fantastically borne by a vain, giddy, shallow, humorous youth, that fear attends her not.
Oh, peace, Prince Dauphin! You're too much mistaken in this king. Question your grace. The late ambassadors, with what great state he heard their embassy, how well supplied with noble counselors, how modest in exception and withal, how terrible in constant resolution.
Well, 'tis not so, my Lord High Constable, but though we think it so, it is no matter. In cases of defense, 'tis best to weigh the enemy more mighty than he seems.
Think we, King Harry, strong, and princes you strongly armed to meet him. His kindred have been fleshed upon us. He is bred from that bloody strain that haunts us in our familiar places. Let us fear the native might and fate of him.
Ambassadors from Harry, King of England, to crave admittance with your majesty.
We shall give them present audience. Go and bring them. You see, chase is hotly followed, friends.
Turn head and stop pursuit. For coward dogs most spend their mouths when what they seem to threaten runs far before them.
From our brother England.
From him, and thus he greets your majesty. He wills you in the name of God Almighty that you divest yourself and lay apart the borrowed glories that by gift of heaven, by law of nature and of nations, belong to him and to his heirs, namely, the crown, and all wide-stretched honors that pertain by custom and the ordinance of times unto the crown of France. That you may know 'tis no sinister, nor no awkward claim, picked from the wormholes of long-vanished days, nor from the dust of old oblivion rake. He sent you this most memorable line, in every branch truly demonstrative, willing you overlook this pedigree. And when you find him evenly derived from his most famed of famous ancestors, Edward III, he bids you then resign your crown and kingdom indirectly held from him, the native and true challenger.
Or else what follows?
Bloody constraint. For if you hide the crown, even in your hearts, there will he rake for it. Therefore in fierce tempest is he coming, in thunder and in earthquake like a Jove, that if requiring fail, he will compel, and bids you in the bowels of the Lord deliver up the crown. This is his claim, his threatening, and my message. Unless the Dolphin be in presence here, for whom expressly I bring greeting to.
For the Dauphin, I stand here for him. What to him from England?
Scorn and defiance, slight regard, contempt, and anything that may not misbecome the mighty sender doth he prize you at. Thus, says my king, and if your father's highness do not in grant of all demands at large, sweeten the bitter mock you sent his majesty, he'll call you to so hot an answer of it, that caves and roomy voltages of France shall chide your trespass, and return your mock in second accent of his ordinance.
Say, if my father Ren Faire return, it is against my will, for I desire nothing but odds with England. To that end, as matching to his youth and vanity, I did present him with the Paris balls.
You'll make your Paris Louvre shake for it.
Tomorrow shall you know our mind at full.
Dispatch us with all speed, lest our king come here himself to question our delay, for he is footed in this land already.
A night's wait is small consequence and little breath when answering questions of such matter. You will be dispatched with safe conditions.